Ladies and gentlemen, there is no life on this earth without the sun. So if you can't become one with the sun, then you're not going to be able to make it. And that's the truth. So this is a 92-year-old Caucasian woman. And she said for 40 years, she never applied sunscreen to her neck. I have never seen nothing like this on black women, young or old, ever in my lifetime. But you can see the obvious damage, and this is permanent. That's permanent damage right there. You can't fix that. So it is undeniable the damage that the sun can do to certain skin on this planet, especially if you get a lot of exposure all the time. So they're driving home using sunscreen to eradicate possible adverse outcomes. But we know most of the sunscreen on the shelves don't even work, and many of these folks get sunburns year round, even in the winter. So, yes, they're talking about you should apply sunscreen on your face or any area of your body that is exposed to the sun. You should be doing this all the time. So, the photo was posted by Dr. Avi Bitterman, a dermatologist in New York. And he demonstrates to people this is why you need to be applying sunscreen on your face and not to forget your neck. But this woman did just that. She did her face, but not her neck for more than 40 years. Mm-mm-mm. So they said the image included a paper on skin cancer and aging to demonstrate the significance of sun protection. In October 2021, the Journal of the European Academy of Dermatology. So we know the skin is our largest organ across our body, and it's probably the most visible out of all of your organs. It is. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So the sun is always emitting UV rays that can be harmful to some people, you know, and there's no doubt when you look at this woman's neck, that is permanent discoloration on her neck. That's permanent. So the UV exposure is relatively preventable and can lead to skin cancer, which is by far the most common type of cancer, according to the American Cancer Society. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, everyone except for babies younger than 6 months old should apply sunscreen and wear a hat to prevent sun damage. That's another thing. Now that they mention this in the story, when you're out and about, you don't see a lot of people, even in the summer, with hats on. Yeah, you see some people, but the majority of the population is not out there wearing a hat in the summer. You see more hat wearing in the winter for obvious reasons, but in the summer for sun protection, no, you don't see a lot of people doing that. At least I don't. Even in the summer, just seeing people just walking, even walking their dogs or just out and about walking around, they don't have hats on. Not at all. Skin that looks older is frequently the result of cell damage, which increases as a person, you know, gets older, but it also increase a person's risk of cancer. Okay. Therefore, preventing aging is also linked to preventing cancer. Although it can never completely reduce the risk of cancer, doctors agree that it is a strong justification for applying sunscreen below the neckline. One thing that I notice consistently in these stories on cancer, a lot of these doctors don't recommend the type of sunscreen you should be applying. I've done a multitude of these stories. And yeah, they'll tell you about the skin cancer, they'll tell you what caused it, they'll tell you about, preventing yourself from getting sunburn and all that. But, you can read through the entire story and they don't tell you, okay, well, we recommend this sunscreen or, get a prescription for this sunscreen. They don't seem to do that. Maybe they don't do it because this doctor ultimately wants to get exposure so he can get more clients and make more money. Maybe it's not about saving people at all. I'm just saying, I just notice a consistency. So he's pretty much recommending that sunscreen becomes active about 15 minutes of application. So, sunscreen should be applied to the skin before sun exposure, and it needs to be reapplied every 2 hours. I cannot imagine my life for the rest of my life. That is what I have to do. I, I I'm sorry. That would be a big problem for me. But for the rest of your life, you got to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. I wouldn't want to be you. That's all I'm saying. If I got to go through that, I would not want to be you. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. This is crazy. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.